Today I'm trying the sports car of the fine line pen world, Copic's markers. Look at them in all their glory. So beautiful. Whoa. After years at looking at these fancy pens on the shelf and desperately wanting to try them, I finally got myself a little pack of Copic's multiliner fine line pens, which are just awesome, and I've got them in 4 sizes. 0.03, which I have never ever even used before, that's so tiny, all the way up to 0.3 nibs, and I'm going to try them out today, and we are going to draw an awesome fish. So stick around for that. But just look how awesome. Wait, focus. Come on, camera, you can do it. Wait, I might just edit to the bit where it's focused. That's probably better. Many minutes later. Just look how tiny that 0.3 nib is. It's absolutely crazy. I'm so excited to try this. Let's get... Is it called swatching when it's just with pens? Testing? Lining? Let's get to it. So these were my pen tests for my Faber-Castell pens. So I thought I'd just reuse the page and compare it with the new fancy Copic liners. I've got a lot thinner sizes with my Copics. I only go up to 0.3 with these pens, but I go right down to 0.03 and 0.05, so that is exciting. And already from this first line, it's just so smooth. These fine line pens are really, really cool to use, really nice to hold, and they don't catch. If you've used fine line pens before, and they kind of, sometimes some of them, the nibs kind of are not completely round, and here you can kind of draw at all these different angles and you still get the same line thickness, even if you're kind of drawing slightly slanted, which is definitely really cool and something I don't normally get when I'm trying the other type of pens, so I'm happy. All the pens were awesome across the board in all different sizes. It's definitely going to take some getting used to. The thinner we get, I kind of feel like I was going to break the pen, but from later on when I do the sketching, I totally got used to it, and obviously I'm not going to break the pen. But they are, I just can't recommend them enough. They are super smooth and really, really just nice to use, and I cannot wait to start my first fine line pen piece. Now, I will be talking more about the creature I'm drawing just after this song, so for now, sit back, enjoy watching me do the fine line, and enjoy such a happy song. wasn't super happy. I kind of enjoyed editing that. Anyway, we've still got pretty much the rest of the fish to go, so I still want to talk about what exactly is a rock goby and kind of why I drew it. Now, it's a weird story about why I chose to draw this, but I happened to come across a very weird fish in a rock on a rock pool, pretty much eye level, and I'm going to show you the footage now because it's pretty incredible. So I was just rock pooling away, looking under the seaweed, and then I spot in this tiny, teeny weeny little crack, this tiny, gorgeous little fishy. Hello, little fishy. Hello, little man. It's so cool and it's so cute, and I could not believe that this little guy was just, you know, set up home there with his head popping out. It's so small, but basically that meant that when I got home I was googling what fish live in rocks, and it kind of looked a bit like a goby, so I was looking at kind of trying to search for like rock goby things. Now, there's not enough information, I don't think, for me to tell you what species was living in that rock. I didn't find any posts on any similar fish, and only seeing the head of the fish doesn't really give me much information to go from, because there's a lot of species in the UK that kind of look the same if you just look at their heads. But it meant that rock goby came up a lot, and I got looking at this really gorgeous patterned creature with this lovely patterning down the back, and I just felt inspired to draw and learn a bit more about rock gobies, though again I can't be certain that the goby I found in a rock, or even if it was a goby, was that, but that's just kind of the weird inspirational journey I took to pick this species to draw, and I just wanted to share that with you because that little guy was so cool, whatever he was. So let me tell you some cool facts about the rock goby. Well, there are a lot of goby species in the UK and they all look very similar, but really the way you're going to tell them apart is that dark brown bands that you find down the body, that kind of distinct patterning, and that being dark or brown is kind of what sets this goby apart. They're also really cool fish. So the female will lay eggs in a rock crevice, up to 7,000 every time she has a brood, and the male will then actually take over and protect those eggs until they are ready to hatch and go. So these guys are really nice parents, nice equal responsibility sharing, which isn't too common of a trait for fish, so it's really cool that these species exhibit that kind of protective parenting style. And they've also got a nice neat trick up their sleeve, well, fin, for surviving in water that's going really fast. Rocky shores are really turbulent sometimes, and these guys are just little tiny fish, so they need help kind of against that, and to do that they use their pelvic fins, so that's their front fins right down by their kind of head. These fins are actually under the body, so I haven't actually drawn them in this because they're kind of hidden by the other fins that are at the front. They're kind of in the same place, just under the body. And they form a suction cup, so they can actually stick to rocks, making using that fin as a shape, and I think that's really cool that they can do that, and they've just gives them a bit of an extra edge against all the other things that they have to face and fight when they're on the rocky shore. So this is a really cool species, and I've had great fun drawing it and trying out these Copic pens. I can't tell you how many lines I must have drawn, or how many circles and how many dots, but I definitely had fun doing it and bringing to life this rock goby with my nice, shiny, brand new pens. So I will catch you next week. Have a great week until then, and I'll see you next Wednesday for a video. Bye guys!